Hey guys, how we doing? So I'm doing some meal prep here, and I figured as long as I'm, you know, doing that, I might as well do a quick video here and just, start killing some birds with stones and all that stuff. Okay, since we are at the time with the puppies that, um, I've got a lot of applications coming in, and like I'm answering the same questions over and over and over again. Thought maybe I would do a video, and I've done videos on this before, but I'll just do another one. We can talk about it again about the Volhard's puppy aptitude test, what it is, why I do it, and why it works. Okay, so this aptitude test is a series of, like, I don't know the word I want to use for it, but not really like tests, but different like things that you do with the puppies. It has to be in a neutral location, so somewhere that they're not comfortable, somewhere they've never been before, and the tester has to be somebody that they're not familiar with. So there's like zero advantages to this. So it just has to be unfamiliar people, unfamiliar location, and you can Google it, the form that gets used. There's different things like opening an umbrella, making loud sounds, putting the puppy on their back, seeing what they do, picking them up like off the ground and suspending them. That sounds like some kind of a circus act, but it's not. I promise you, it's 100% safe, and all these different things. And then you like check what number, like, did they act horrendous, did they act like their life was about to be over, were they super chill and they didn't care, and you go through, and then the tester, or the scorer, that's me, goes through and scores them and then interprets the results. And this test has never failed me. It has always been accurate as far as what the results of the test show and like how the puppy ends up being into adult life. And the test has to be done at 49 days of age. So that's also very crucial. So why do I do it? And there are some people that will be unhappy with this, and that's okay. Not everybody has to like the way that I do things, but I don't waver on this. Like I don't not do it for anybody. So all of my puppies get done that way, and I decide which home my puppies then go to based off that aptitude test. So if somebody says to me, hey, I already have 3 Anatolian Shepherd dogs at home, but I need a 4th one because our predator load is insane. But my pack are all just like very submissive. They need a leader. I need something strong. So I'm going to look at my aptitude test results and then pick a very dominant puppy from what those tests tell me, the results. And that's the dog that I'm going to pick for them. For the same reason, if somebody messages me and says, I have a really dominant female at home, but I need a male to help back her up, I'm not going to go ahead and choose a female that's like a rock star going out to slay things, because that's going to be a nightmare when they're both adults. So I'm going to pick somebody that's a little bit more submissive, a little more laid back. So that's why I do what I do. Also, some people are like, you know what? I don't want a dog that's up my butt all the time. I want a dog that I can turn it out on my 40 acres. And when I go out there once every couple days to check on the flock or refill its feed station, the dog will be fine. And it won't be anxious or worried or freaking out. So then I'm going to choose a puppy that's a little bit more aloof and not in my pocket all the time. Some people are like, I am out in my pastures constantly. My kids are with me, and I want a dog that is like, hi, I want to be in your pocket all the time. I'm so happy to see you. How can I make you happy today? So that's why I do what I do. This is also really, really handy and helpful when you have a breed of dog who oftentimes the entire looks exactly the same. Like right now, the litter I have right now, they're all going to be fawn with a black mask to some shade of fawn. Some will be a little bit darker, some will be a little bit lighter, but they're all the same color. So people can't message me and be like, I want that whatever colored one that I saw, because they're all the same color. That's just how it goes. The other thing is, and I'll have people that do it all the time. They'll message me right now and be like, oh my gosh, this one is so dark and beautiful. I want that one. And I have to be like, they're going to change by the time they're leaving and going off to you. They're going to be a completely different color. So the color that they're born with is not the color that they will mature at. So it doesn't work that way either. Another thing is the majority of my puppies, like I would venture to say 90% of my puppies, people buy sight unseen. So I do pictures, I'll do videos, I'll do anything that you want so that you feel safe in knowing that I'm not a scammer, that I'm not like taking pictures I found on the internet or videos that I found on the internet. Like I totally will make you feel as reassured as possible. We can FaceTime, we can do video call, we can do whatever it is that makes you feel good and safe about the situation. Yeah, because people are buying from me from all across the country. I have a fantastic transporter that I work with that I always recommend to everybody. And yeah, the majority of my dogs, some people will make the drive to come up and take the dog themselves, but the majority of people don't. So they're trusting my experience and my interpretation of these tests to know that it's going to work out for them. So yeah, that's why I do it. That's why I go by my aptitude test results. And another thing too, people will say, but these aptitude tests were designed for normal dogs. And yes, they were. They were designed for if you're looking for a golden retriever, a chocolate lab, a golden doodle, a labradoodle, a whatever normal dog that you are getting from wherever, a house dog. So that's when it comes to the interpreter, the reader of the tests, to kind of look at that and say, okay, I understand what that means for a livestock guardian dog. For instance, one of the tests is if you throw a ball, does that puppy go chase the ball, pick it up, and bring it back to you? 99% of my puppies, if I throw a toy for them, they're going to go, oh, you threw that. Why don't you go and get it now? Because I'm totally not going to get that for you. Not going to do it. So if that was a normal dog, they would fail that portion of the test because they're not being people pleasers, right? But in a livestock guardian dog, I wouldn't expect it to go fetch something for me. The majority of them won't do that. And that's okay. That doesn't make them a failure. It just means they're not retrievers. They're not supposed to be like, what can I do to make you happy today? By bringing you a toy that you threw because you're an idiot. Why would you throw it and then want me to get it? If you don't want it, why do I want it? If you want it, go get it yourself. That's the mentality of a livestock guardian dog. So the bottom line is you have to trust your breeder, trust who you're getting a puppy from. That's just the way that I do it. And if people don't agree with it, that's okay. You don't have to buy a dog from me. There's endless breeders in the country that you can go to and get a puppy from that you could say, I want that particular one right there because it speaks to me through the photo. I get that. I respect that. That's okay. That's just the way that I do things. And it's just what works for me. And that's okay. So whoever you buy a puppy from, make sure that you're asking questions and questions and more questions. And if they don't want to answer the questions, don't buy from them because that's not okay. You should be able to bug the heck out of them every day. I love when people bug me and they apologize. I'm sorry to bother you again. You're not bothering me. Text me, call me, email me, have a list of questions and ask me them. You can't remember if you already asked me? That's okay. Ask me again. Like, I'm totally chill with that. So that's why I do the aptitude test. That's how it works. That's how it gets interpreted and why it works. So